Imagine Earth as it was 66 million years ago, a world vastly different from the one we know today. Dinosaurs in all their majesty roamed a vibrant planet, dominating the land with their sheer size and power. Lush forests covered the continents, providing a rich and diverse habitat for countless species. The seas teemed with life, from the smallest plankton to the largest marine reptiles, creating a thriving underwater world. But high above, in the cold darkness of space, a silent threat approached, unseen and unstoppable. An asteroid, a relic from the early solar system, was on a collision course with Earth, carrying with it the power to change the course of history. Its journey had begun millions of years before, far out in the asteroid belt, a region filled with countless rocky bodies. Now, fatefully, its path intersected with our planet's, setting the stage for a cataclysmic event. This was not a small object, but a colossal mass hurtling through space. It was a mountain of rock and ice, 6 miles wide, larger than Mount Everest, capable of unimaginable destruction. The asteroid sped through the vacuum, its velocity unimaginable, a harbinger of doom that would soon reach Earth. The dinosaurs, oblivious to the impending disaster, continued their daily routines, unaware of the fate that awaited them. They would never know what hit them, as their world was about to change forever in an instant. The asteroid, a celestial bullet, pierced Earth's atmosphere with a ferocity that defied comprehension. It became a fireball, a blazing meteor streaking across the sky, illuminating the heavens with an eerie, otherworldly glow. The heat of its entry scorched the air, turning sand to glass, creating a molten landscape in its wake. The light from the fireball was blinding, visible for thousands of miles, casting shadows that danced in the night. It was a spectacle of terrifying beauty, a cosmic display never before witnessed on Earth, a harbinger of doom. But this was no harmless meteor shower. It was a singular catastrophic event. This was an extinction-level event, a harbinger of unparalleled destruction. The asteroid, still intact, slammed into Earth with unimaginable force, creating a cataclysmic explosion. The impact point was near the Yucatán Peninsula in what is today Mexico, forever altering the landscape. The energy released was equivalent to billions of atomic bombs detonating simultaneously, a force of nature beyond human comprehension. The Earth's crust buckled and ruptured, sending shockwaves rippling around the globe, shaking the very foundations of the planet. At that moment, the fate of the dinosaurs was sealed, their reign brought to an abrupt and violent end. The impact was just the beginning of the horror. The initial blast wave, traveling faster than the speed of sound, flattened everything in its path for hundreds of miles. Trees were uprooted and mountains crumbled. Earthquakes, unlike any seen before, shook the planet. The very landmass of Earth was rearranged. The impact site became a cauldron of molten rock and superheated dust. Trillions of tons of molten rock were blasted into the atmosphere. This debris, ejected at incredible speeds, was flung high above the atmosphere. Some escaped Earth's gravity, lost forever to space, but much of it fell back to Earth, raining down as fiery projectiles. The skies over the entire planet turned into a deadly inferno. The Earth was now a planet under siege. The returning debris ignited wildfires on a global scale. Forests, once lush and green, turned to ash. The smoke and soot from these fires filled the atmosphere, choking the sky, but the inferno was just one of the catastrophic consequences of the impact. The impact had also vaporized massive amounts of rock, releasing toxic gases into the atmosphere. Sulfur dioxide, in particular, mixed with water vapor in the atmosphere to create sulfuric acid. This deadly rain fell upon the Earth, poisoning rivers, lakes, and oceans. The impact had triggered a chain reaction of environmental disasters, each one more devastating than the last. The planet was no longer a hospitable place for life. Section 5. The Long Goodbye. This chapter delves into the catastrophic events that mark the end of an era. The immediate aftermath of the impact was a nightmare. The collision unleashed unimaginable energy, causing widespread fires and destruction. But the long-term consequences were even more dire. The initial devastation was just the beginning of a prolonged period of suffering and extinction. The dust and soot in the atmosphere blocked out the sun, plunging the Earth into a state of perpetual twilight. This darkness persisted, altering the climate drastically. This impact winter lasted for years, disrupting plant life and causing temperatures to plummet. The food chain collapsed, leading to a domino effect of extinction. The dinosaurs, the rulers of the planet for over 180 million years, began to die off. Their dominance was brought to an abrupt and tragic end. The herbivores starved as plants withered and died. Without their primary food source, these gentle giants could not survive. The carnivores, deprived of their prey, soon followed. The once fearsome predators found themselves in a world devoid of sustenance. The oceans, too, were devastated. Marine ecosystems, which had thrived for millions of years, faced unprecedented challenges. The acid rain, combined with the lack of sunlight, killed off plankton, the base of the marine food chain. This led to a collapse in marine biodiversity. The reign of the dinosaurs was over. Their footprints, now fossilized, serve as a haunting reminder of a world that once was, forever changed by a single catastrophic event. Section 6. A changed planet. The Earth was a very different place after the impact. The continents had shifted. The oceans were in turmoil. The climate was in chaos. The once vibrant ecosystems were gone, replaced by a desolate landscape. The few creatures that survived the initial impact faced a constant struggle for survival. Small mammals, burrowed underground, managed to weather the worst of the disaster. These creatures, adapted to life in the dark, were able to find food and shelter. They would eventually inherit the Earth. But the recovery was slow and arduous. It took millions of years for life to rebound. New species evolved to fill the ecological niches left vacant by the extinction. Section 7. Life finds a way. Life, tenacious and adaptable, found a way to persevere. The demise of the dinosaurs created opportunities for other creatures to thrive. Mammals, once relegated to the shadows, were now free to evolve and diversify. They spread across the continents, occupying their habitats once dominated by dinosaurs. The age of the mammals had begun. New ecosystems emerged, shaped by the forces of natural selection. Flowering plants, their growth no longer hampered by the shadows of giant ferns, flourished. Insects co-evolved with these plants, creating a vibrant new web of life. The Earth was healing, slowly but surely. The impact of the asteroid was a cataclysmic event, one that forever altered the course of life on Earth. But it was also a story of resilience, of life's remarkable ability to adapt and overcome even the most extreme challenges. The extinction of the dinosaurs paved the way for the rise of mammals, ultimately leading to the evolution of our own species. We are the inheritors of a planet shaped by disaster, a world constantly reshaped by the forces of nature. The story of the dinosaurs is a reminder of the power of nature and of the fragility of life. It is a story that should give us pause, for it holds a profound lesson for our own time. Today we face our own set of environmental challenges. Climate change, habitat destruction, and pollution threaten the delicate balance of life on Earth. These challenges, while not as sudden or dramatic as an asteroid impact, are no less real or urgent. The lessons of the past are clear. Life on Earth is interconnected and interdependent. Changes in one part of the system can have ripple effects across the entire planet. The extinction of the dinosaurs teaches us that even the most dominant species are not immune to the forces of nature. We must act now to protect our planet and ensure a sustainable future for all life on Earth. We have the power to choose a different path. We can learn from the past and take action to mitigate the environmental challenges we face. We can reduce our impact on the planet by transitioning to renewable energy sources, protecting biodiversity, and promoting sustainable practices. We are not powerless in the face of these challenges. We have the knowledge, the technology, and the resources to make a difference. What we need now is the collective will to act. Organizations like Planet Wild are working tirelessly to protect our planet and preserve its biodiversity for future generations. They are on the front lines of conservation, working to protect endangered species, restore damaged ecosystems, and educate the public about the importance of environmental stewardship. The fate of our planet lies in our hands. We can choose to ignore the warning signs of environmental degradation and risk the same fate as the dinosaurs. Or we can choose to act, to make the changes necessary to ensure a healthy and vibrant planet for generations to come. Join organizations like Planet Wild. Support their efforts to protect our planet. Make sustainable choices in your own life. Together we can make a difference. Let us be the generation that learned from the past and secured a brighter future for all.